reviewing Why Not Me by Mindy Kaling, the newest in her self-autobiographies, just autobiography. Whatever. Why Not Me, Kaling shares her ongoing journey to find contentment and excitement in her adult life, whether it's falling in love at work, seeking new friendships in lonely places, attempting to be the first person in history to lose weight without any behavior modification whatsoever, or most important, believing that you have a place in Hollywood when you're constantly reminded that no one looks like you. Mindy turns the anxieties, the glamour, and the celebrations of her second coming of age into a laugh-out-loud funny collection of essays that anyone who's ever been at a turning point in their life or career can relate to. And those who've never been at a turning point can skip to the parts where she talks about meeting Bradley Cooper. So once again, I really love this book. Last year I read her first autobiography, which came out in, I believe, 2011, Is Everyone Hanging Out Without Me and Other Concerns, and that was my #1 most rated book of 2014. And since the year is coming to a close pretty soon, I will be compiling my annual top 10 reads of the year. So you'll be able to see that, and I'm pretty sure, unless I read maybe more books that push her off the list before the end of the year, which is not likely considering it's the middle of December and I've run out of books, so I have to wait till Christmas to get more books, I really think that she'll make the list again this year. For those of you who are interested, I'm going to link my review of her first autobiography in the description below. So moving on to this book. It was just as funny as the first one. Her autobiographies read more like, they say, essays, but it's not a boring essay that you write or have to write for university and it takes you a million days to write and you just don't want to do it, so you procrastinate until the night before and then you just bang it out. It looks like she took some time in putting these together, even though they're really funny and really real. That's not a good way to describe anything. She talks about her work and career, of course, her mentors, and starring and producing in this TV series of hers, The Mindy Project, which also you should go watch if you haven't yet. She talks about her relationship with BJ Novak, who we're not sure is her friend, her boyfriend, friends with benefits, confidant, best male friend, BMF. BMF? Is that a thing? And she titles that essay Soup Snakes. And if any of you who've ever seen The Office know what I'm talking about, what she's talking about when she's referencing soup snakes, then you'll find that essay really funny. And you think it's going to be an eye-opener into her relationship with BJ Novak because it's so different and not a traditional relationship that most people are expecting. You know, the typical, this is my boyfriend BJ, this is my girlfriend Mindy type thing. She describes it more as just they are each other's other and just not putting a label on it, which is kind of nice to see in Hollywood because everyone is always labeling everyone and she doesn't like to label things clearly, so she doesn't want to label that relationship. And really it's not anyone's business what they are to themselves, to everyone else. It's their own business. And I like how she portrays their relationship and how it's mutual and give and take and how she really looks up to him. I also like how she talks a lot about her confidence and where it comes from and her body image in Hollywood, because everyone says she doesn't look like how everyone else in Hollywood does just because she has curves. And now I know, because she's talked too many times in her books about eating McDonald's and eating whatever the heck she wants, and she doesn't work out that much. She did mention going to a personal trainer, but she doesn't like advocate like crazy. I work out all the time, I eat healthy. So she either has really good metabolism or she must be wearing really good Spanx all the time. And Mindy Kaling, if you watch this, I want to know where you get your Spanx because I like McDonald's too. But I really like how she talks about that and how she talks about her confidence, and it kind of rang true for me how she's talking about the millennial generation and how they think that everything is owed to them even though they don't do the work for it. But she worked her butt off to get where she is today, and so she's entitled to be confident and to act the way she does because she has worked her butt off to get where she is. And I feel the same way in my life. I'm in a college program right now, and I am really confident about myself, about my intelligence, and other people think that that's me being really braggy, but it's not. I work my butt off for those grades. I study all the time. I ask teachers for help. I am just really proactive about it, and I agree with Mindy Kaling that confidence is entitlement, but that entitlement should only be there if you have done the work. So if you want to feel confident, you have to do the work. There's a lot more I could go on with here, but I don't want it to be longer than a 10-minute video or so. Last year, I'm pretty sure I condensed into like 2 or 3 minutes, which was a ridiculous feat for me. But I highly suggest you guys go pick up this book by Mindy Kaling. It's the only nonfiction book I've read this year, and it's going to make my list of top 10, I'm sure. So go pick up this book, pick up her first book, and go watch her TV series, as well as The Office. I'm just plugging a whole bunch of things right now that I love, and she is one of my favorite actresses. So I highly suggest that you guys go read her book if you want something fresh and something funny and something you'll get through really quickly, because I got through it so quickly again. My Twitter and website are linked in the bio below. Hit subscribe if you guys want to see more videos by me. At the moment, I'm now reading a new book. I'm finishing off a magazine here, Time's Man-Made Wonders, that I started in the summertime, and I just want to finish now since the year is finishing up, and I'm sure I'll get a lot of new books at Christmas time for my family and friends in order to review for next year. And I have a lot of books on my Kindle too that I can get around to, but for now I'm just gonna kind of chill and read this so I don't feel like I have to review it when I'm done it. I'm Evie, the Greek goddess of great reading, and until next time guys, keep reading.